guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And we're gonna...
I feel like I'm in a band. You're like, say
in honor of Mayweather-Pacquiao, we're gonna give our Pacquiao-Mayweather ratings at the end of this video.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
What's gonna happen? Yeah, I told you just now. Now you found it out.
Excitement.
Now you know! We're gonna rank the Rocky movies. From,
what?
Yep, 1 through 6. What's the greatest Rocky movie of all time? What's the worst Rocky movie of all time? Starting in the deep darkness that is the Rocky darkness.
In the jungle.
What else could it be?
Rambo.
The worst Rocky film of all time. We can't disagree on this. This is kind of a... We're gonna maybe we'll argue a little bit, maybe we'll have some fights, but I don't think we can disagree on what the worst Rocky film is of all time. It's clearly Rocky V.
Oh God, it's terrible.
Oh my God.
Okay, after everything that Rocky's been through, you put him back in the freaking streets. You put him back in the ghetto. He's like, he has nothing. He has a little beret cap, or he has a little, like, you know, his little cowboy hat, and he's walking around like, you know, I had a big fight, you know, whatever. I mean, it's like, what the fuck did you just do? I mean, he's wearing his jogging suit again. It's like he's trying to reconnect with the neighborhood, but at the same time, he's like, you lost everything.
He's already been through that. First off, the first start of the movie I liked. I was like, we picked it up directly off.
I love that, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the shower, and you get that random butt cheek shot. He's in the shower, and he's like, they have this great Iron Man 3 type anxiety story going on where he's like, I don't know, I can't breathe, I don't know what's wrong with me. And you're thinking, wow, this is going to turn out into something really cool. They're going to really, I like where they're going with this. It's a fighter having to deal with all the shit he's been through because he took a fucking pounding. And then all of a sudden he's like, I don't know what's going on. And then he gets back to his fish aquarium filled house, and he's like, yo, well, Rich, it's no problem, Adrian. He goes up to his son, who his son is aged like 10 fucking years. Like, it picked up directly off of Rocky IV when his kid is like 5 or some shit in front of the TV, and he's all tiny with his bowl cut. He's like, that's my dad. What? And then you start this movie, and it starts directly after, and they're at the press conference, and his son's a fucking teenager.
Well, you know, the truth is, it's Rocky, and his son has the eye of the tiger, so he grows faster. But either way, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, you know, obviously he gave over control of his money to Paulie. Who the fuck would do that? But he did it, and Paulie lost all their money, and now he has to go back.
You're buying my system.
Yeah, so just can I have a job? But yeah, so that's where he's back at it again.
Stop.
And he finds a new protege, Tommy Morrison, which that's his actual name, but it's Tommy Gunn in the movie.
Which is kind of cool because he's actually a boxer who, I mean, he acquired HIV and he had his own story or whatever, but he was actually a boxer.
But it's funny because his name is Tommy, so he's like, we're not going to stretch too far for you. Yeah. So it's like, hey, Tom, you talked him down, so try talking me down. It's like, oh, that's my name. And then, of course, it's like Rocky is trying to get back in the ring through Tommy, so he's disregarding his son, but at the same time, I don't give a shit because I think his son's an asshole for most of the film anyway.
I felt bad for him, dude.
In a way I did, and in a way I didn't. I was like, you know what, Rocky, man, go work for Tommy Two-Tone and fucking make your own bones. Rocky's just trying to toughen him up, and because this kid's been spoiled. He's been spoiled, and now Rocky's like, I don't have any money, and I gotta be on the street, so... You know, come on.
No. It just sucks because you went through all these great and bad times with Rocky, and you go through this whole struggle with him together, and all of a sudden, right at his peak, it's just like, oh, we gotta go all the way back. We're gonna take it back all the way to Rocky 1, where Adrian has to work in the fucking pet shop, which is stupid, and then Rocky has nothing. He tries to... And then they try to inject Mickey into it again. They reshot all these scenes with Mickey. He's like, get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. And that stupid necklace scene, like that whole, like, that wasn't Mickey. They brought this guy back, and he looks like Mickey. All the shit that Mickey says to him in that movie, Mickey never ever would have said to Rocky, all that touchy shit. The most touching scene they ever had was right before he died in Rocky 3. He was like, I don't know how to say this, but I'm proud of you. Well, that's where it should have ended. And then they had this whole, like, deep scene with him, and that never would have happened. Well,
I'm okay with that, but just the way they shot it and the way that they did it, it didn't really come off as a true Mickey-Rocky moment. Yeah. So, I mean, it just didn't work. I mean, it would be a real, like, an actual significant scene if it was Rocky and Mickey yelling at each other at some point, and then Mickey saying something just kind of offhand, off the cuff. That was like, you know, I love you.
It's like, I'm gonna give you this boxing necklace.
I love you, and here's a Marlboro Light.
God.
Like, you know, it's been something. But, yeah, I mean, you know, but goddamn, only in America.
Goddamn. Yeah, and then you've got the Don King type guy, which was funny, but, I mean, it was stupid as hell. He was like, I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna make a lot of money.
Only in the ring. Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring. But it's like, it's one of those things that they just try to shoehorn this, like, you know, like Rocky is still trying to be the true boxer, and Tommy Gunn gets pulled away into this limelight where it's all about money and girls, which is great, good for him. But at the same time, he's like, it's all about the sport, and it just felt so force-fed. I mean, it's like, here's your new son.
It's terrible.
I don't know.
They made Rocky have to be a bad dad in that. I hate the way Rocky treated his son. Like, I don't feel like Rocky would have been that blind to his son. Like,
well,
I didn't even like Rocky in that movie.
The guy can't even read. I mean, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Sylvester Stallone wrote this movie. I think he was going back to what he tried to capture in the first Rocky movie. So he just failed.
Admitted he made that movie just for profit. Like he hated it. And originally Rocky was supposed to die at the end of that movie. And the studio, I think that for once the studio was smarter than the people making it. They're like, no, Rocky can't die. That's stupid. And then you got the street fight scene at the end. The best fight in that movie was when his son finally beats up E from Entourage. And when he beats it, that was the best fight in the movie. And then they go into the street, and Tommy Gunn's all of a sudden like, no, I want to fight you right here in the street. And he hits Paulie. For one, it doesn't make any sense because Rocky could get back in the ring. He could get back in the ring and fight and get all of his family stuff back in a sanctioned boxing match. And he won't do that, but all of a sudden he wants to fist fight Tommy Gunn in the streets, and then all of a sudden none of that other shit matters.
But I did love it when he went outside with Tommy Gunn. He's like, go for it. Yeah, that fucking awesome song. I like that song.
I hate it.
He's like, it was just Rocky's like, my ring's outside. He's like, yeah. It's like, they go outside and they street fight. I'm like, that's not Rocky. What are you doing?
You're fucking knocking me down.
Your ropes are like cars. I mean, it's like, and you're like kneeing him. What is this kickboxing?
It felt like wrestling, dude. They're like, oh, they're outside the ring, you know? They're like fighting in the parking lot and shit like that.
And then Don King wannabe, he's like, God damn. He's like, you're losing everything.
He zooms in, he's like, only in America.
I love that one guy had that video camera though. Like, just, I don't know, he had the video camera. I'm like, it's not like 2010s. It's like those people like pull out iPhones. Where the fuck did he come from? It's just like, okay.
And he's like, touch me and I sue.
He's like, sue me for what? But it's just so terrible.
When he hit him, it looked like a super punch out. It was like, zoop, zoop, zoop.
I have 3 stars. But yeah, so I just didn't like it.
That movie gets a fucking 0. That almost ruined the whole Rocky. I give that movie a 0.
Well, I don't give it a 0.
I give it a 0.
That don't do that.
Do it.
It's still Rocky, but
0.
It's bad.
Maybe it's 0.5 for the first scene, Rocky's butt cheeks.
Wow.
And now
just a 0.5 for that, I'll give it a 2.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.